was your experience? What did they tell you after science?
My brothers and sisters. Well, I kind of have a beautiful NYSC story somehow.
Yeah.
But the reality turned out, I actually stayed at home like almost 4 months without PPA. Then you know they don't interview coppers, but the PPA they posted me to interview me, and they were looking for a way to just find faults
And pick you up.
Then I stopped going. And according to my dad, it's supposed to get me there. Then I ended up serving in another place. But I was able to just come and pay the bills. I know I'm not supposed to say that, but I need to.
Because of your distance was
Yes. And I was already tired. I just needed a place to serve. Then at the end of the day, I actually served. Then you see this, okay, your life after NYSC. It's actually very crazy because when I noticed that it's going to be hard was when I stayed at home for 3 months without. I was like, okay, this is NYSC. After everything, how will I do? How about job? So I already saw the handwriting. Okay. When I now started paying on 7,000, I saved a bit, but I just wish it came a little bit earlier. When we started the payments, yes, it was a little bit better. And that was the time I missed that. Yes. So let me ask you, tell us your experience in your PP. How did you enjoy?
Oh, my sister, like promise, my teaching was wonderful. I was so class. I could not communicate now, sir. So I had to get a student that said I have to speak English. Then the student to communicate now, sir. And that was how we were running our classes.
Okay, first, where did you serve?
I served in a school. I was actually posted to a secretariat. But when I got to secretariat, it was not actually functioning. So they posted me back to a school. It was in the school that I served. So in that school, how we did it was that there were those that could speak outside, they were able to handle their classes. I was not able to speak outside that much. So after writing a report, you have to call a student that you were able to translate the language, and that was what we were doing until I was able to.
So how did you feel about the whole thing?
The whole place was, a place where you went and everyone is putting on hijab and you're coming putting on trousers and you're looking so different as if you're living in a different country. So you see, and if you put on something that's not right, the kind of eyes you get, my sister, you have to go back and wear something like it's cover up, you need to dress well. So that this is one greeting you good morning, like good morning in the night. Greeting you good morning. Say Malama, good morning in the night. One is greeting you good morning. I say Jesus.
Okay, that's English.
I'm getting woman there. You see, so oh God, that terrible things happen.
Is this recording?
Yes, it is. It's recording. So a lot of things happen, but it was a very good experience. And
so, what's your take on this intercultural hosting?
If I didn't go to Bauchi, I didn't know that there are some people that don't even have English ways. So it made me to understand that there are people that don't actually wear this English ways. Not as if they don't like it, it's just that they are bound by culture. You know, the English words were there, but it was rare, except for those that are coming from the town. But those that are within the community, you see our Nigerian way, you see our native way, is Ankara being displayed in different when doing their salad, you see different outfits. You see where they sew, you see different clothes, when they sew the clothes and the way they put it on. You want to guys, you would love to dress in Nigerian food, not to dress in an African form, this Ankara and all those kind of things. It was really beautiful.
I think that is because you open your mind, you were ready to absorb other people's culture. So what can you say on the issue of people not being interested in? Okay, I don't. No.
I like phobia. No, there's a phobia. When it comes, that's first. I was thinking of I'm going down to the northern states. What is something like this? I'm going to the security force. At the same time, I grew up in this northern place, so not really exposed to the languages. If I didn't go there, it's good that we go there. maybe once in a while, or even if you don't, you're not opportunity to read their list, you're able to understand this people's culture, understand why they act the way they do. Or you don't just judge people from outside, but until you have lived with them, you have eaten with them, then you know, okay, this is how these people act because of the certain thing. Just like come to an Igbo land, you're expecting, okay, imagine come to an Igbo land and see someone dressing in a hijab and say, what is this one doing? But definitely know that there are Muslims in Igbo land. And most of them still dress that way, but it's not because it's not a culture, it's not a vast language. Everyone depending. This is a Christian place. Yes, in a Christian place there's still people that are Muslims. So you have to adopt and understand why someone you expect is just like respecting someone's religion, respect someone's belief. In that place you respect, even as we went in their compass, I believe that those people respected our belief. If not, you will not allow us to come and serve them. If they didn't respect our belief, they won't allow us to have our own place of worship. If they didn't respect our belief, we'll not be able to worship that as compass. You have been pastors, but you understand that these people are respecting you, then you also respect them for who they are.
So from your story, I can see that you really enjoyed your stay. So is there any particular thing you were not comfortable about? Because you cannot say that you enjoyed it.
No, that's my lodge. When I came actually, that was the first place I went. Our lodge was burnt. It was the place that was burnt. So it was attacked during the Jonathan regime. It was this attack that happened during the war. So at first I was scared, but what if? But it was even during the election. The election one that they promised that they were going to have security. And then there was no security. Even there was the time when they came to carry the ballot box, most of my colleagues were hiding under beds. I said, what if you're under that bed you're hiding, and the person that you're hiding under the bed is one of the people that want to destroy? What if we're calling for security for backup, and they didn't come until after the election? Imagine those scopers with fear that gave everything for this election, that came out as PO, as this and that, just as officers now for the election. Okay, bye-bye. Now for the election to go through, and at the end you see that we just left to hang by ourselves in a place we cannot even speak the language. There's no one to communicate to this language, and anything that happened, we don't know what they are saying. So that was one. I had that following, so it's good. Okay, like that when we came out, the same it wasn't yet enough to make me want to get it.
Because already I was going through a lot. Then the most annoying thing is the place that finally gave me the placement. So I was only depending on Malawi. So it was hard. Before after 2 weeks, after 2 weeks of payment, I'm already broke. So how will I save? That's why I said the 77k that page was better. Because at least that was when I now saw the value of saving. But I was already I'm happy for you now that you guys enjoying it.
No,
If not because of the economy,
yes, that one should have gone.
now the money does not have
People have
value.
value actually.
It
Yes.
does not have value.
Okay. My own experience was more like my own experience was in 1980. It was 1980. We were able to. Okay, I started with about cheetahs now.
Oh wow.
It was a very far distance, and it was a very local economy. So
Hey.
we actually depended on what we had. So we were not able to spend much. There was no transportation here and there. Our CDS and everything was within the community. And sometimes when our LG had to come, because we're not much, so our LG had to come to our lodge with our. So yes, because he came from Bauchi town,
Very
and you know how many
understanding.
places he's going to go. So we're not coming from there and going to Bauchi town, all those things. Our savings, my savings was about 100 and I saved up to 114,000.
But I trust you with savings.
114,000. I was wanting to use it for to start following, so it's good. Okay, like that when we came out, the savings wasn't yet enough to make me want to get it.
Because already I was going through a lot. Then the most annoying thing is the place that finally gave me the placement. So I was only depending on Malawi. So it was hard. Before after
very far distance, and it was a very local economy. So
Hey.
we actually depended on what we had. So we were not to spend much. There was no transportation here and there. Our CDS and everything was within the community. And sometimes when our LG had to come, because we're not much, so our LG had to come to our lodge with our. So yes, because he came from Bauchi town,
Very
and you know how many
understanding.
places he's going to go. So we're not coming from there and going to Bauchi town, all those things. Our savings, my savings was about 100 and I saved up to 114,000.
But I trust you with savings.
114,000. I was wanting to use it for to start.
So I think that's one of the beauty of NYSC, because it will open you up to other cultures, to learn other things.
Yeah.
Then when you leave, what did you miss? What did you miss about Bauchi and your PPA?
What I miss about Bauchi is that the economy was not really bad. I was able to save. At least what we ate was, I didn't really think of much things. There was this free life that I saw an economy whereby their religion was, they are bound to religion, they are bound to what they believe, they are bound to their dressing code and their wives. They live in unity. So you don't just come to someone's environment and you want to come to someone's compound and you want to just badly. You don't do that. Before you come to a man's compound, you have to inform him, because his wives, you know, when you have 1, 2, 3, 4 wives and the all wives are outside cooking and most of them are not probably dressed in a man's compound, then you have to take permission. You don't just badge them. And in the night there are this moonlight tales. You hear children playing under the moon, things that would hardly see. But they play till 12 people, children will be playing till 12. These are things that we see in our normal home communities, like the villages, but it doesn't happen in a town. In a town now, you can sleep, and it's time to sleep, it's time to those kind of thing.
So I think during that time the economy was safe, because for them to face that
extent, yes. It was not actually so, at least it was still better than now. It's still better than now. But
So let's.
it's not because of it's not a country, it's not a vast language. Everyone dependent. This is a Christian place. Yes, in a Christian place there's still people that are Muslims. So you have to adopt and understand why someone you expect is just like respecting someone's religion, respect someone's belief. In that place you respect. Even as we went in their compass, I believe that those people respected our belief. If not, they will not allow us to come and serve them. If they didn't respect our belief, they won't allow us to have our own. We have our own place of worship. If they didn't respect our belief, we'll not be able to worship that as compass. We have been forced us. But you understand that these people are respecting you, then you also respect them for who they are.
So from your story, I can see that you really enjoyed your
I
stay.
did enjoy myself.
So is there any particular thing you were not comfortable about? Because you cannot say that you enjoyed it.
No, that's my lodge. When I came actually, that was the first place I went. Our lodge was burnt. It was the place that was burnt. So it was attacked during the Jonathan regime. It was this attack that happened during the war. So at first I was scared, but what if? But it was even during the election. The election was that they promised that they were going to have security. We were going to have security, and then there was no security. Even there was the time when they came to carry the ballot box, most of my colleagues were hiding under beds. And I said, what if you're under that bed you're hiding, and the person that you're hiding under the bed is one of the people that want to destroy? What if we are calling for security for backup, and they didn't come until after the election? Imagine those scopers with fear that gave everything for this election, that came out as PO, as this and that, just as officers now for the election. Okay, bye. Now for the election to go through, and at the end you see that we just left to hang by ourselves in a place we cannot even speak the language. There's no one to communicate to this language, and anything that happens, we don't know what they are saying. So that was one I had that.
So what is one thing you would like to change about NYSC?
Is anything I would like to change about NYSC? Actually, NYSC is its main purpose was to cause intercultural experience. You learn other post culture. So I don't think there's anything I would like to change except the fact that there's this hope that after school we're going to get a job, we're going to get our life going. But after NYSC, a whole lot of your life stop. Everything stop, and your family has hands off. You say, okay, I've trained you now, it's now for you to fend for yourself, and then you're beginning to start your life without anything. And this one that is not wise enough to save. You just come out I've eaten everything. I've we have chopped it. You don't know yesterday. They don't chop and you chop and finish. One thing I'm expecting that the next one is going to be. I don't think there's anything I want to change about NYSC except the country is not able to take care of its citizens. But for them, they're going to take care of the citizens as it should be. There's nothing should be changed about it. NYSC is fun. It's part of education. So.
For me, I feel maybe the government should make it more like a law. If you have served your country, if you have any work you want to do, at least they should accord the fact that you have served. You should have extra benefits. You understand? That service should be more like a plus too.
Okay.
And you should be respected too. There are most places that you serve, they don't even regard coppers. They make you look like
they make them as like
yes, as if they're doing them a favor. You understand? So they should place value. They should place, and how they place the value? How you are posted to, and a place, a particular place you are posted
sometimes according to your education.
Exactly.
Not what you
your discipline. Because imagine now that I study philosophy and they're posting me to an accounting firm. I would look useless.
I had that experience. There's this guy that finished. He's a medical student. When he came, they posted him to. He was actually posted to the medical place. When he came, they said he cannot serve there. The medical place doesn't need him. That brought him to serve in primary school. The guy rejected the offer and said he rejected the offer. That I cannot be a medical student. I need to serve in school. What do you think that I should be doing in this school? Now, I believe that once this is your discipline or students, or this is your discipline, they should post people according to their discipline. So you're able to, or something related to their discipline. No. Something related to their discipline. So you're able to, it's not really funny that.
Wow, I can see you have a lot to say about your experience.
Especially the camp food. Oh God, I ate a lot of camp.
Don't even, let's not go there.
Match pass.
Do you know that the only thing I enjoyed was breakfast in camp? That boiled egg and bread. That was the best. But anything other than that, their rice, I have to take it to where I used to buy food to add stew or something for me to be able to eat. People should do something about it.
I enjoyed the man show, Mr. Man show, Miss NYSC, Miss this and that, all those competition at night.
Yeah, all the social night.
Yeah, social night. I loved it. I thank God for the Said. I was able to learn from it.
Okay, did you join any committee?
No, I didn't join any committee. Yes, okay, match pass. I did.
Okay, that's
I played volleyball too. We played volleyball. Our team came second. And match pass. So I was able to match standard eyes and standard nose and standard.
Me, I was one of the social committee. We were the ones planning that social night. And it was our freedom. Once it's 3, others will march to the field. Me, I will enter inside hall and be thinking of what to do. I enjoy my camp. I enjoy my stay in camp. But what I'm going to say is FCT camp is more like the head, like Federal Capital Camp. So they should do something better. It should be different from every other camp. As okay, they have been saying that River State camp is the best. On a normal sense, it's supposed to be FCT camp. You understand?
When look my barrel. Wow.
Anyways, we'll continue from
and maybe some next time. Chatting from Maraba.
Yes, I hope you enjoy our gist because we have a lot of stuff for you people.
Please leave your comments on the comment section and tell us how your experience was.
And subscribe, please.
Exactly.
Because you may not meet us again if you don't subscribe. Bye.